Welcome to Strategic Faultline, where geography shapes power. On July 4th, the United States celebrates independence. But behind the flag and the fireworks, there is a harder strategic fact. America became powerful not only because of what it built. It became powerful because of where it was built. The first layer is protection. The United States is not surrounded by rival great powers on its own borders. It is surrounded first by water. The Atlantic separates it from Europe. The Pacific separates it from Asia. Those oceans did not make the United States invulnerable, but they gave it time, distance, and strategic depth. For many countries, invasion is a land problem. For the United States, any major enemy would first have to cross an ocean, sustain a fleet, protect supply lines, and fight far from home. That changes the military equation before a shot is fired. Geography does not win wars by itself, but it decides how expensive those wars become. This is why the American map is so unusual. Many powers have strong armies. Many powers have large populations. Many powers have ports, factories, and political ambition. But very few combine a protected continental position with access to the world's two most important oceans. The second layer is the interior. A large country is not automatically powerful. Large land can be empty, divided, mountainous, frozen, or impossible to connect. The American interior is different. It has broad plains, major agricultural zones, navigable rivers, and room for cities, farms, railroads, highways, factories, pipelines, and power lines. The Mississippi River system matters because it turns the interior into a connected economic space. Goods can move from farms and industrial zones toward the Gulf. Grain, fuel, steel, equipment, and bulk cargo do not all need to fight the same mountain passes or narrow roads. The result is scale. A continental economy can feed itself, move internally, and build in depth. That depth matters in peace. It matters even more in war. The third layer is access. The United States faces both the Atlantic and the Pacific. That means it can look toward Europe and Asia at the same time. It can trade through multiple coasts. It can move naval power through more than one maritime direction. It can use the Gulf as an energy and logistics platform. And it can link ports, rail, highways, aircraft, pipelines, and inland waterways into one continental system. This is why American power is not just a number on a defense budget. It is a physical system. Land produces. Rivers move. Ports connect. Oceans protect. Industry scales. And geography gives all of it room to operate. This is the first layer of the problem. If this analysis is useful, support Strategic Faultline with a like and subscribe. It helps keep these reports clear, focused, and independent. The second layer is not geography alone. It is what the United States did with geography. A protected continent is powerful only if it can be organized. The United States turned distance into time, land into production, and coastlines into access. That is where the map becomes policy. The American position allowed the country to build outward from a secure base. First across the continent, then into the Caribbean and the Pacific, then into a global network of ports, allies, bases, sea lanes, and forward positions. This is why the Pacific matters so much. The continental United States is powerful, but the Western Pacific is far away. Distance is not a detail. Distance is the cost of power. Hawaii, Guam, Japan, the Philippines, and other positions across the Pacific are not just dots on a map. They are steps in a long operational chain. They help aircraft, ships, Sensors, fuel, maintenance, command systems, and alliances reach a theater that the American mainland cannot touch directly in a simple way. That is the paradox of American geography. At home, the United States has depth. In the Western Pacific, it has distance. At home, oceans protect it. Abroad, those same oceans become logistics problems. A carrier group, an airbase, a submarine, a radar station, or a supply ship is not just military hardware. It is geography turned into reach. The 4th of July makes this lesson sharper. Independence was not just a political declaration. It became a strategic project protected by distance, widened by settlement, integrated by rivers and rail, and later extended by sea power. The United States did not have to fight every major war on its own homeland. It could mobilize behind oceans, produce at continental scale, and choose when and where to project force. That is a rare position. But this advantage has limits. China does not need to become a global version of the United States to challenge American power near its own coast. It can concentrate pressure closer to home. It can use missiles, ships, aircraft, drones, cyber operations, satellites, and economic pressure inside a region where American forces must travel farther and sustain more. That does not erase the American map advantage. It shows where the advantage changes form. A protected continent is still protected. A global power still has to cross oceans. The same geography that shields the United States also forces it to build a long chain of access, trust, fuel, ports, bases, and political permission. This is why geography should not be treated like destiny. It is leverage. Leverage can be wasted. It can be amplified. It can be challenged by technology, politics, and time. The United States has one of the strongest geographic positions in modern history. But the map does not make decisions. People do. Institutions do. Alliances do. Industry does. Strategy does. The real American advantage is not that geography replaces those things. It is that geography gives them a base from which to work. 2 oceans reduce immediate danger. A productive interior creates mass. A river system connects the continent. Ports open the world. Energy and industry add endurance. Islands and allies extend reach. And distance gives American power both its protection and its hardest problem. So on July 4th, the deeper strategic lesson is not just independence. It is position. The United States is not powerful only because of what it built. It is powerful because of where it was built, and because it learned how to turn that map into power. If this report helped clarify the issue, subscribe to Strategic Faultline and share your view in the comments. The next report will follow another pressure point in global power.